Now let's talk about last night's game. To say that I am disappointed would be a huge, enormous, colossal understatement. I picked, before the game started, I picked Washington to win this one 25-15. I thought that the Commanders' defense would at least show up at some point. I did not think that Justin Fields would have another great performance like he had against the Denver Broncos. Not only I was wrong, I was flat out dead wrong with my prediction. Chicago, throughout the first half of the game, moved the ball. They kept moving up the chains. They were playing with such a pace that Washington, there was nothing that they can do to stop them. Washington could not, their secondary could not find a way to stop DJ Moore. DJ Moore fucking burnt our secondary in that game. I mean, just look at the numbers. The numbers speak for itself. 8 catches, 230 yards, an average of 28.8 yards per catch, 3 touchdowns on 10 targets. The real reason why Washington could not win this game is because how pathetic the defense is. There was no way that the Commanders were going to win this one by this lousy, awful, putrid, garbage, ridiculous, buffoonery defense. Kendall Fuller, Emmanuel Forbes, Benjamin St. Juste, none of our DBs or our secondary players could not find a way to stop DJ Moore. It was that fucking embarrassing. This is the type of performance you give us, Washington? We've lost 3 consecutive games so far since we started off the season 2-0. That's the type of performance you give? Are you fucking kidding me? In a nationally televised game, Thursday Night Football, Amazon Prime, in your home, and you give up that performance? Fuck out of here. Fucking embarrassing. This is the type of performance I, as a Commanders fan, the rest of the Commanders fans have to witness, to see transpire. Fucking Jesus. Folks, I'm going to be real blatantly honest with y'all. When the score was 27-3, after when Justin Fields connected on his touchdown pass to Cole Kmet to put the score 27-3, honestly, once it hit halftime, I just flipped the channel and I just watched Netflix. I'm like, fuck this. Fuck this. I am not going to spend the rest of the game watching this garbage ass product. Watching this garbage ass, sorry ass defense. And yes, sorry if I'm in a huge mood, but fuck all of that. That was one of the worst, sloppy, embarrassing performances I had to witness as a Commanders fan. There are plenty of performances I've seen, but this right here is right there. This was a team in the Chicago Bears who were 0-4, who was in discussion for having the top pick in the draft and drafting USC's Caleb Williams. This is a team that have every reason whatsoever to move on from Justin Fields, and you gave up that type of performance. I'm putting Jack Del Rio, the defensive coordinator, he deserves a lot of blame for this, as well as Ron Rivera, because Ron Rivera is not only the head coach, he's also a former defensive mind. So he cannot be absolved for this as well. Schematically, as Kyler Murray said last year when the Arizona Cardinals lost to the Los Angeles Chargers, what he said about Cliff Kingsbury in terms of his schemes, schematically, we were fucked. And that's exactly how the Washington Commanders defense was going up against the Chicago Bears. They were fucked by the Chicago Bears offense. They got embarrassed. They got destroyed. I, honest folks, I did not watch the rest of the game. Once it hit 27-3, like the rest of y'all would do on a late night, Netflix and chill. Netflix and chill, watch some TV or Hulu, HBO Max, whatever it was. I was so disgusted with that performance. I'm not going to waste my time watching watching the rest of that garbage ass game. I'm really trying my best to maintain my composure, folks, but nah. And I want to give a big shout out to Magic Johnson. Of course, everyone knows who Magic Johnson is, five-time NBA champion of the Los Angeles Lakers, um, arguably the greatest point guard in NBA history, now a member of the Washington Commanders. This is what he tweeted last night. And by the way, Irvin Magic Johnson was in attendance. Tonight, the Commanders played with no intensity or fire. We didn't compete in the first half and got down 27-3 heading into halftime. It was too big of a hole to climb out of, and that is why we ended up losing 40-20. And I thought Magic Johnson, what he said was spot on. Hell, he could have even he could have said further. Maybe he was being too nice, but everything that he said was true. And even some of the players admitted it, including and particularly Terry McLaurin. He said, I probably say that's fair. Montez Sweat, one of our star defensive ends, he said, definitely. We came out flat. Jonathan Allen said, we got our ass kicked. And that's exactly how Washington looked. They got their asses kicked in that game. There was no chance in hell the Commanders were going to come back and win that game. None whatsoever. Because we couldn't find a way to stop DJ Moore. Our secondary is literally that bad. So is the rest of our defense. Our defense has been putrid, has been garbage, has been awful, has been lousy, has been totally inconsistent and not playing to the standard that we were playing last year.